What's going on, everybody? Thank you for checking out the video. This is the first team that I'm sharing with everybody. It's the team that I used in the Crown Tundra Tournament, and it secured me 19 wins during that time. I played all 45 matches. You're allowed 15 per day, so I lost 26, but still had a blast, and it was really fun to utilize Trick Room in a singles format, and Glastrier was the star of the show, for sure. I also recorded footage of all 45 matches, and I'm going to be releasing the highlights and the best matches and the things that went right, and also show you some of the things that went wrong, and what I like about this team, what it worked good against, and what it died to almost every time. So if you want to use the team, go ahead and tell me what kind of success you guys are getting down below. I'm really curious for your feedback. I can tailor this a bit if you want to see something a little different. But above all, I'm really proud of this team and how it performed, and it was a lot of fun. I came in about 16,000 out of 53,000 competitors, and that's good in my books. So without further ado, let's get into some of the actual footage and show you this in action and talk about it from there. If you guys want the EV spreads for these guys, it's going to be in the description below. Thanks. Alright, time to get into the first match here. This was on the first day, but it was not the first match by any stretch. But this is a great match to show you because this is exactly how the team is intended to run, and what it's good against, and all that. A lot of the times I would bring Whimsicott and Chandler, so I have two for Trick Room. The reason being is my Whimsicott can set Tailwind and let Chandler go do some work, and then I can always Trick Room to finish things off if I need to. This is a very comfortable position to be in, although at this point in time I'm thinking this thing could be special attack, it could be using Flamethrower. I'm a little worried, but it's okay. We'll make it happen. Going for a Tailwind here. And it is a special attacker, but I guess they have Thunderbolt perhaps. They don't have Flamethrower. So, unless they're just going for stab, but he made the wrong call there if he has Flamethrower. So we'll just punch in some damage. There's no point in me switching right now because he's not a big threat to me. As you can see, even uninvested special attack, I do almost an OHKO on Dragapult. Now unfortunately, he has a weakness policy. I don't see that on Dragapult that much. So, okay. I know I'm gone here, but that's alright. Whimsicott did its job. Got me my Tailwind. I got 2 turns of Tailwind left. Chandler comes in. Either he doesn't think I'm faster, or he doesn't care about his Dragapult anymore. As you can see, 2 turns left. Which doubles speed, for those of you that don't know, doubles the speed stat, so that I will move first against this one. So I don't know what he's doing. I'm assuming he's Dynamaxing to survive the hit. Maybe? Like, I don't know. All I know is I'm gonna blast this thing first, and he's really low HP. So he's underestimating the power that this thing has. This thing can probably OHKO that thing anyways. From full HP. So it looks like he brought both of his ghosts. Here comes Spectrier. It's from a different country, it's all different names. So I'm kind of on the fence here. I'm like, am I faster than this thing? I think I am. I didn't look it up. I still have 1 turn of Tailwind, which doubles my speed, so I'm feeling okay to try, because I have a Sash that's intact, and I do get to move first, which is really awesome. and I OHKO'd. So that was great. Don't even need Glastrier for this, do I? So there goes Tailwind. I still have my Sash, which is great because now I can Trick Room for Glastrier in the back. Which, because of this matchup, is going to be really beneficial to me. So now he's going to hit me because, well, Trick Room has a negative priority. For those that don't know, it will always go last. So now I get Trick Room up. And what that does for some of my viewers that don't know, I know I've got some friends that don't know this stuff. Basically, it switches the speed stats and makes the one that would normally move last move first. So the fastest Pokemon goes last. Now there you saw I was able to get a Memento off, which lowers his attack by 2 stages and special attack. So now I'm feeling pretty safe with Glastrier here. He's not going to do much damage. I go for Max Knuckle here. It was kind of stupid looking back on this match. I should have just gone for Max Hailstorm, but you know, it all works out in the end anyways. This was by far my favorite match of the tournament, as it turns out. It fully showcases how I wanted to run this team. So now he tries for a head smash. I avoid the attack, which is great. I doubt that would have done too much anyways with -2 attack. Now here comes the Hailstorm to finish the deal. And that was one super clean match. This thing is very slow. So when Trick Room is up, it obviously will it'll go first, is how it's intended to work. So let's get into another match. Okay, so this next match has actually 2 interesting things going on. First being it's against a G-Max Lapras, so I opted for Regieleki first against this to try and OHKO it before it gets its resonance up. So you'll see that. And then later in the match, this is the match that has the substitute Whimsicott. So I have to go into Max Lightning here. There is no way around it. I have to call it even if they're going to switch, because to not get it off is worse for me than just doing no damage to a ground mon or anything. So just like we predicted, he's going to Dynamax as well. Get his resonance up. Try to. I expected to run into a lot more Lapras than I actually did. I mean, I only ran into, I think, 3 or 4 out of all 45 matches. I think because it was used so much that people just knew people were countering it right away. Now, as you can see here, I don't get it. I don't get the kill. Super bad for me. He gets his screens up. Nullifying damage, 50% for special and physical, for those that don't know, as well as doing damage to me. So that's pretty crappy. Not the start I wanted. Now, I'm pretty sure, yeah, 130. So I don't know if that had a chance to OHKO. It should, because even Thunder or anything doesn't have more power than 130 in max form, I don't think. I'll have to take a look at that, but now he's going to protect. That's not going to do him too good because he's stalling his own screens. Just stalling his own Dynamax. So that kind of sucks that Regieleki didn't come through for me with the Oko. That's why it was on the team. That's it. So, it's too bad. So Lapras goes down. I forget what his second mon is. We'll see in a second. But I know the Whimsicott is last here. Mimikyu. So here's another one that I actually ran into so many times. This team struggled with Mimikyu a lot. If I wasn't prepared for it immediately. If they sent out Mimikyu first, I had a good chance to get through it, but in a lot of matchups, if I didn't have Regieleki, it was a pain in the butt to deal with. Going for a Sword stance as they typically do, because he's safe behind his ability. Now he's probably going to Shadow Sneak and take me out. That's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm protecting, which is kind of stupid to stall anyways, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, he goes for another Sword stance. Oh no, okay. Good. Okay. I was expecting that. So I'm hoping that he's going to switch his move now and think about it and be like, should I go for another Sword stance then, or what? So, because he knew my Aleki had max guard, but I guess it could have had screens as well. Go for a Thunderbolt. Get some good damage off on this thing. And it does go for a Sword stance. So now it's at +4, so its Shadow Sneak is going to destroy. So he's not going to bother going for another Sword stance. There's no way. So he's just going to kill me here with Sneak. So that's too bad. He did a good job though. He broke his disguise. We got him down to yellow health. So things are looking a little bit up at this point. I'll try and spot my mistakes, see if I could have played any different as I'm rewatching this. Am I going for Trick Room right away? Or do I Moonblast? I don't even think I kill it with Moonblast. It's, well, maybe. It's... I'm worried about how much attack this thing has. I feel like it can Oko me, which is why I'm hesitant here on what to do. So I'm going to try and go for Trick Room. He's vanishing, so we do get Trick Room up. That's great. So now I'm seeing if I can do any shenanigans, Moonblast or Memento or something, because he's going to Phantom Force me next turn. I don't want to switch now, so I'm just going to go for a Moonblast. That misses and take the hit. Gets the Oko, well done. And now I have 3 turns of Trick Room with Glastrier. His Dynamax is gone, mine is gone, so at this point, I'm thinking he's in a pretty big predicament here. Gonna get some good damage here at +4. Glastrier is extremely bulky, but we'll take him out. And now we have a substitute Whimsicott to go. So you think this is looking up. I'm feeling pretty safe no matter what he throws at me now. I got Dynamax, I got +1 attack. Still some good HP. It's these shiny Whimsicotts, man. They get you. Icicle Crash is super effective. Actually, the same thing happened here as with a Garchomp that had Substitute. They're basically hoping that your Icicle Crash is going to miss, because it's 90% accurate. I get the miss there. Now he still has a sub, so he's safe behind there as if he was a Mimikyu. And he's going first now, so I'm in hot water. I should have opted for the 100% accuracy moves just in case, but icing on top is Leech Seed. And it just, it goes all downhill from here. So instead of just putting you through the pain of like 20 turns of this is how it kind of goes on for the rest of the battle. And they do take the win. So I'll just cut to the next video here, which I want to show you. Alright, in this next battle here, we have Regieleki that puts in some work. As well as some really funny mechanic. Whenever I'm going Regieleki against Regieleki, it happened 3 times, they just blow themselves up. Like, I don't know what the strategy is there. Maybe someone can explain someday, but I really wish that here I would use Protect against the Regieleki because I see Explosion on a few of them, but I figure he's just going to go for electric damage. I'm switching to Whimsicott because it's a pretty good counter to Eleki. It doesn't do anything to it. But it does go for Explosion, which does do a serious bit of damage. Kills itself, and now I'm in the yellow. So here comes Magmortar. So this is what I'm thinking. He's gonna smoke me with something. Fire Blast, Flamethrower, and I'm going down, right? So I actually take this decision to Timer because I'm thinking about what I can do. I can't switch into Glastrier, it'll take too much damage. Aleki's pretty frail, so I'm like, okay, I gotta stay in. What am I gonna do? I want a Trick Room so that I can get Glastrier in. That's the goal. But I'm like, Tailwind doesn't help me. Eleki doesn't need speed. Glastrier hates speed. So I'm like, what do I do? Do I Trick Room or do I Memento? Memento will go off because of Prankster. Trick Room, I have to wait for him to attack. So I'm like, let's Memento. Lower his attack and special attack. I'm already low health, so let's do that. So he goes for Will-O-Wisp, which is kind of dumb at this point, honestly, but maybe he's worried about, you know, a substitute Whimsicott playing smart. Okay, that's fine. So now I'm kicking myself a little bit, but it's all a gamble, right? You gotta take a guess and use what is gonna help you the most. So I'm thinking about using Glastrier here, but I know it's gonna move second, so it could get, you know, 2-shot or something. So let's go into Eleki and just deal with it that way. Because it hits so hard on things that don't resist it. So we're just gonna Thunderbolt and see what it does. And we get the Oko. So that's great news. Now he only has 1 left. It is a Melodic, so that's not gonna fare too well against this thing. Does he just cancel the battle? Yeah, okay. Next, I'll show you a Dragonite. Alright, here we go. The next battle. Something really funny happens here in team selection. I'll let you guys see it. So, he's got some stuff that's definitely weak to Chandelure. You know, Chandelure will do pretty good damage against Regieleki. It'll do good against Regice. Dragonite will do good against a bunch of it too. Glastrier, I'm kind of like, well, you know, they got Corviknight, they got Zapdos, and Moltres, free flying, so I'm like, okay, Glastrier, he'd be good to have in the back, but who's going to be my Trick Room setter? So I'm thinking about it, I'm starting to select what I'm going to go with. Maybe not. I'm thinking really hard on this one. I'm thinking about them leading a Regieleki, so I'm like, is it going to blow up again? Let's do that, and then protect, and let it blow itself up. Great. And then I'm thinking about it some more. What if they don't lead that? Because I've seen Terrakion here, the second one they have, led a lot, and Regieleki's just going to get stomped by it. So as you can see, I got like 13 seconds left. I still don't have any idea what I'm doing. I'm kind of like, oh, you know, what am I gonna... Let's just do a Regieleki, whatever, screw it. And then something funny happens. If you don't select your full team by the exact second, it's just gonna take your top 3. I don't know this yet, but I'm going into this battle with Dragonite, Glastrier, Moltres. So, okay, cool. They're all, you know, good. Glastrier doesn't really need Trick Room to be effective. It's very tanky. Look at this. So I'm already thinking, oh crap. But then I'm like, what? Dragonite comes in. I thought it's Regieleki. What's going on here? So I'm looking at the team and then I'm realizing, holy crap. I ran out of time, so it just spit out my first 3. And I'm feeling good about it though, because Terrakion's there. So I'm like, okay, let's go with it. Takes really good damage from his Stone Edge, but my weakness policy he wasn't worried about, I guess. Didn't think I'd have it. Here we go, +2 Dragonite. Now I'm going to be +3 Dragonite. Lost my multi-scale, so it's a little scary, but I got the speed boost. Comes in clutch. Now I can Dynamax, and I'm thinking, let's just start wrecking shit. Or do I not Dynamax here yet? Yeah, I already lost my multi-scale. I'm like half health. I'm not going to Dynamax in case I don't outspeed. There we go. Oko, the Terrakion. Goodbye. Who's next? To face down a +3 Dragonite, which I didn't even pick for this battle. But you can see how awesome he is. Regieleki. Alright. Eat an Earthquake. I know he outspeeds me, so that's why I'm a little hesitant. Or do I opt for the extreme speed? I do! Holy crap, okay. I don't even remember what I did. Here we go. Oko the Regieleki with extreme speed. I'm +3, so that's gonna hit like a truck anyways. Perfect. Now who is your last Mon? The deciding moment. GG. And that's the game. So, didn't even pick this team, but completely destroyed him. And Dragonite is awesome. Right on. Quick win. Thank you, Dragonite. Didn't pick you, but I guess I should pick you more. On to the next one. Alright, so in this match, we are going to put in some work with Regieleki again. And we're going to go for one of our staples, which is a late Trick Room. I find when I go for an early Trick Room, the opponent has a lot more options because they have more of their Mons alive. So they can try and play around my Trick Room defensively. But if I do Trick Room late in the game when they're you know, down a Mon already and they got like half health on one, it's a lot harder for them to sustain themselves through my Trick Room. Nice Oko there, did not expect that, but I'll take it. Next we're going to see a Salamence. My team's pretty well equipped to deal with Salamence. I ran into probably 7 or 8 of them, but they weren't any problem. Going for the Protect here, just want to stall his Dynamax, but he didn't go for it yet. But here it comes now. I also don't know why I used Fire Fang there. I don't know how experienced this opponent is. It's pretty quick to tell if people are new to competitive or not by the moves they use, but get some damage off here. It's gonna hit me with fire. It's not gonna do that much. Okay, now we're gonna go into stalling mode. Probably go for another Protect here and just eat up his Dynamax. He's already a Mon down. I know I'm fairly low health, but I don't think he'll be able to kill through this Protect here. And we were right. Now I'll just punch in some more damage. He can finish me off, and then I'm going to start going for Trick Room setup. Finish off this in the late game. Goodbye, Regieleki. Definitely into Whimsicott. Like I said, you don't want to leave Whimsicott to the end. Now, even though he has Fire Fang, definitely going to go for Trick Room. Because he's definitely quicker. So going for Moonblast, I'm going to take a substantial hit, and then with a low priority Trick Room next turn, I could be killed before setting it up. Nice Steel Wing there. But we get the Trick Room, like I said. And we're going to Memento him, lowering his attack and special attack by 2 stages again, like the strategy we've been running the whole tournament. And now the benefit of this move too is he uses his move with nothing on the field, so it's not like you're coming in and switching in unsafe. Now it's time to clean up the rest of this match with Glastrier. Really like this Mon. I thought Spectrier was going to be my go-to choice, but this thing is so devastating. And it has such good defensive typing, and I'm definitely a player that enjoys less frail Pokemon and, you know, things that can take hits. I like going for the endurance battles as opposed to the quick wins, but I'll take what I can get. Its ability there, as you just saw earlier in the video, he gets an attack boost every time he knocks out an opponent directly. So if the hail damage kills a sashed mon, you don't get the boost. All he has is a Crobat in the back, so it's over at this point for him. And that is this match. I'm going to show you guys one more match after this. It's just another match where Glastrier basically kills 3 opponents. Like I lose my entire team except I set up properly for this guy. And it's a good battle. He sweeps all 3. Like that guy's trainer card, that's cool. So here I have Dragonite and Whimsicott, I believe, or Chandelure. I know I have one of my Trick Room setters, obviously, when I lead Dragonite. So I'm thinking that he's going to Stealth Rock. I'm pretty sure Nidoqueen gets that move, so that's why I'm going for Dragon Dance. It is quicker, so that's another good thing to note. Breaks my multi-scale, otherwise that would have done a severe amount of damage, almost OHKOing. Get the weakness policy boost. Now, just like one of the earlier matches that you guys saw, I'm a +3 Dragonite with a +1 defense, speed. We're not going to Dynamax because my multi-scale's already broken, and he might still outspeed. Be kind of stupid to Dynamax and then get one shot again. Sucks when that happens. This thing's extremely bulky though, even though I'm +3. Almost get the OHKO, but I don't. So that's it for you, Dragonite. But you've done your job, thank you. Now it's Whimsicott or Chandelure. I think it's Chandelure. Oh no, I got Whimsicott, okay. If I had Chandelure here, the hail would have taken out my Chandelure after Trick Room. So I would have had 4 turns of Dynamax, well, 4 turns of Trick Room with Glastrier out. Super effective ice, but I'm super bulky. Get the Trick Room. I'm wishing the hail damage would just kill it already. Even though it's low health, I'm gonna Memento so I can get out of here and bring Glastrier in safely. There we go. Max Ooze. So he's got 1 Dynamax turn left. Actually, that's incorrect. He's done. He's done his Dynamax. Now we're going to return the favor after we just take out this Nidoqueen. I'm actually going to preserve my Dynamax just so that I have more HP if I have to exchange hits with some of the back mons that he has. So I'm not going to max here like I said, I'm just going to smack him. Here comes a high horsepower. Thank God I hit. I mean, it's 95% accurate, so there is that chance you could miss. Get the attack boost, that's great. And let's see what he has in the back. I know he had a bunch of things that were weak to ice in this matchup, so I'm looking pretty good now. Regieleki? Drago? I keep saying Drogo every single time. So this is going to be an OHKO unless he has a Sash. This thing can do some incredible damage at max HP though. It's got a lot of HP, it just doesn't have a lot of defense. This thing really performed well for me though in this tournament. Hindsight, Mimikyu would have been a nice Trick Room setter as well for the team instead of Whimsicott, but I didn't do my research on if Mimikyu can learn Memento and some other stuff. Didn't even think about it. And it's an Articuno, which is GG for sure. So at this time I just wanted to say thank you all for taking the time to watch this video. If you made it this far to the end, let me know down in the comments below if you did use this team and what kind of success you're getting with it. I hope this showcases the right way to run the team and the way that I designed it, and I hope you guys have a lot of fun with it. Thank you very much for checking out the video. Like and subscribe if you enjoy the channel and the content. Helps me out a lot. And have yourselves a wonderful day. The Avid Video Gamist, out.